found spicy pics of someone else on my boyfriend's phone. His excuse is they're AI generated?
Oh, then it's chill.
Then it's totally fine.
It's fine.
This is Ex Machina.
Exactly.
I just watched that movie.
It's a great movie.
I'll change all the names for privacy. I, 26 female, have been dating my boyfriend Miles, 29 male, for just over a year. Miles is an architect, passionate about his work, constantly sketching and dedicating time to his craft. Overall, our relationship has been great. I genuinely thought he was the one.
Oh.
Recently, though, something happened. By the way, this comes from Throwaway I Hate My Boyfriend on the OKstorytime subreddit. Dang. A few months ago, Miles introduced me to Ava at a mutual friend's birthday party. I'd heard about her before, and now I got to meet her. She was funny and surprisingly stylish. What does that mean?
Yeah.
As a fashion buyer, we ended up chatting about trends and what's in right now. I've never felt weird about her, even though she and Miles have been friends for years. I was sort of glad she was in his life. She seemed like a good influence compared to some of his other friends. But lately, Miles has been more secretive with his phone, always tilting it away from me. I didn't say anything at first because I didn't want to be that girlfriend. Last week, I was at his place when his mom showed up saying her car battery had died and she needed help jump-starting it. Miles rushed out saying it wouldn't take long. He left his phone behind on the coffee table.
Is she gonna do it?
Screen down.
Is she
Girl,
gonna do
don't
it?
do it.
Don't do
Don't
it.
do it.
She's gonna do it.
I kept myself busy scrolling through TikTok, but his phone started buzzing repeatedly. Pandora's box. I'm not insecure, so I wouldn't snoop through my boyfriend's phone, but I couldn't shake my anxiety. After hesitating, I picked up his phone. All I saw were just work messages, making me feel stupid for snooping.
She's like, I would never snoop through his phone, and then I snooped through his phone.
Yep, and then I did do that.
I did. Yeah, that happened.
But then I checked everything, including the gallery. She's like, I didn't see anything, so I snooped much more.
Went through every little corner.
I went through everything. What I saw made my heart drop.
Oh.
Explicit photos of Ava.
Oh.
Some looked professional, while others seemed spontaneous, but they were all schmexual.
Maybe her boyfriend just has a side career as a nude photographer.
Maybe he's like a boudoir, photographer.
It's sounding classy and respectful.
Yeah,
I
mean,
understand the problem.
He said professional. So
yeah,
I felt like throwing up. Sorry, what?
I was gonna make a joke go.
When Miles returned, I couldn't hold back. Why do you have photos of Ava unclothed on your phone? His reaction was strange. He didn't freak out or deny it. Instead, he just stared, then said, "It's not what you think." He insisted, "It's nothing, and you're overreacting."
I think it sounded more like, "It's not what you think." He was just not even.
It's not what you think.
You're overreacting.
He was really calm about it.
Super calm.
Never addressing my concerns. Eventually, he got defensive, making me feel wrong for invading his privacy.
Because you did invade his privacy.
Yeah. I just decided there and then that I should leave. He's been texting nonstop, but I'm too angry to respond. I can't stop thinking about those photos and can't eat without feeling sick. Why Ava? Why was she sending him that stuff? Why was he even saving them? He can't think I'm that dumb not to find out. Is this salvageable? What am I supposed to do now?
That's the end of the story.
And there are relevant comments and an update.
Thank God. I want an update.
I know. But I think you leave him. I think you stay gone.
What?
Yeah.
He's just expressing his passion with art.
It's art, Sophia. Are you not a fan of art?
He's an artiste.
Jeez, why can't the female body just be art?
Are you shaming the female form right now?
Right,
it's just culture.
But there is more to the story.
There's a huge conversation of a simple question: why are there naked photos on your phone?
Well, she asked. He said there's an explanation. There's a reasonable explanation.
Did he say that?
Provide, yes.
He said there's a reasonable explanation.
He said it's not
tell
what you think.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
Period.
Well, she's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's still gonna be upset, but at least not be as triggered.
Yeah.
And then hopefully the conversation is like, okay, what is this explanation of this nude person on your phone?
Exactly. Relevant comments. Rit says, "It's not what you think" is only a valid response if it is immediately followed by the surprisingly innocent, truthful explanation that makes total sense once revealed. Failing that, one must assume it is what you think. You found his wank bank and Ava is the star. I like that comment.
That was funny.
Lord Mwahaha says this. If it's not what you think, then he needs to immediately follow up with what it is.
Yes.
He didn't, because it is exactly what OP thinks.
It's
okay,
not
that
what
commenter
you
just
think.
copied exactly what the other commenter said.
But it was still true.
It was still true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Francis Baby Houseman says, well, it all looks clear to me. He's interested in her. Nothing you can do about it. Save yourself some trouble and delete him from your life. OP says, I don't know if I could live with myself not knowing everything that happened between them.
Yeah.
Small Fairy says, don't worry, you definitely can. Remember, wise words from Tame Impala, the less I know, the better.
Yeah, hit it.
Comfortable Echo 972 says, do you want to salvage it? And if so, why? I could never be with someone I can't trust. You'll always wonder every time he picks up his phone and texts, comes home a little late, grows a little quiet. Trust doesn't come back no matter what people say. What happens is you lower your standards. You go numb. Part of you dies as you bury your head, but the guy who you can trust and who will love you and be loyal is out there, and you may miss him by staying with the cheater. OP says, as corny as it sounds, it felt different this time. I've dated my share of men before, and I assure you this isn't my fear of being single forever speaking. It's more like I genuinely believed he was perfect. That's what I thought, at least. We have similar interests, and both of us were clingy. That's why this doesn't make sense. When would he have the time to pull all of this? But there's an update. What do you think?
She's a, what is it? She's a style, immediate, fashion buyer? What was
She's a fashion lady.
She's a
Okay.
fashionista.
So when you style someone, you got to start from point blank.
Yeah.
You know, you got to start from the base and build on that.
Yes.
So he's trying to style her, and he needs to understand her form,
Proportions.
her proportions,
Yeah.
and all those things.
Sure.
So he needs, you know, the
Blank canvas.
Yeah, the blank canvas to then add the clothes on.
Absolutely.
And he needs like a lot of angles.
Sure.
Some professional, some amateur, to be able to make sure he could style her properly. This is care.
Well, the amateur ones were just like test shoots.
Yeah.
Just to get positions.
I think
And
this
then
is
the
care, and this is
professional.
respect for his damn craft.
I agree.
Oh, you agree? Okay, that was easy. Cool.
There we go. I
And that's the
agree.
end of the story,
We
guys.
figured it out.
But it is also OP's craft, not his.
Oh.
But he's trying
helping.
To,
He's
showing
trying to
an
impress
interest.
her. All right, let's see the update.
First of all, thank you to everyone who reached out to me privately or responded to my original post, whether you were understanding or trying to give me a reality check. I genuinely appreciate all of it. I know many of you advised against reaching out to him, but I decided to do it anyway.
Oh.
I texted him. There were tons of unanswered messages, and it wasn't too long before he responded. I invited him to a cafe we used to get bagels from every Saturday morning to make him feel nostalgic and sad about throwing away our sweet tradition.
She's
like,
strategic.
this is what you're gonna lose.
Yeah, you're going to lose all these bagels.
Mm-hmm. And partly because I felt a public space would force us to keep things civil. He tried hugging me when he came, but I just wanted to get straight to the point. The explanation he gave me was honestly confusing. Apparently, he and Ava had dated a few years back.
I didn't expect that.
That wasn't on my...
Expectations.
No.
Not on the bingo card.
Mm-mm. And what are you eating?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Oh.
You look so good with that in your mouth.
Okay.
Thank you.
mean,
And he thought I'd make him drop her as a friend if I found out. He went on to say that he deleted her spicy pics, but because of some storage issue, they were still on his iPad. It's a
Interesting.
storage issue.
I believe it.
That makes no sense.
That doesn't even make sense. If it was a storage issue, you would have to delete more, not have more.
Well, no, he needed to add it to other devices to save
Yeah.
them because the storage might delete them, and that would be disrespectful to her form.
They're professional.
Yeah.
And when his phone synced with the iPad, the photos got downloaded onto his phone. That's a terrible excuse. That's a terrible
It might be true.
excuse.
It might be true.
This felt like a huge reach, but I decided to play along with it until the next day when I decided to start my own investigation.
Okay, so that's how the conversation ended.
Yeah, he
He's
was like, oh,
babe, you don't understand.
storage.
So he like takes out a paper. He's like,
Yeah.
so what I decided was true was that
Yeah.
they were on my iPad and then they transferred to my phone.
I took it to the Apple Genius Bar, and they actually said this happens a lot.
They're like, this
Yeah.
is pretty sick. I mean, yeah.
They were like, oh yeah, we could help with this.
Yeah. This
I've-
happens all the time. Only guys do this, though.
Yeah, strange, huh?
I found Ava on Instagram through Miles' following list, messaged her, and asked her to get the story straight. After about 30 minutes, Ava responded with, "We never dated."
Dang.
Oh, that was just the...
So it turns out I wasn't professional.
It wasn't professional.
I was wrong.
Shortly after getting Ava's message, I called her and gave her all the facts. She was absolutely petrified. She said he
She's
could not have
petrified.
possibly gotten her spicy pics.
What?
I tried to describe the photos from what I remembered, but she reassured me that not only did she not take pictures like that, there was also no possibility they existed in the first place.
What? This story's getting wild.
I was cautious, but her reaction was convincing. At that point, I felt like I was going insane. I said goodbye to Ava because this was too much for both of us. I went straight to his house. When he let me in, I demanded answers and told him to stop BSing me.
Don't do it.
That's when he broke down and admitted the truth. He made AI-generated photos with her face.
Oh my God.
He mumbled something about it being a mistake, but I stopped listening. I just needed to leave. That is terrifying.
Oh my God.
That's terrifying. That is literally
I'm in
disgusting.
shock. I've never heard of this.
No, well, I mean, this is a thing that like people have been doing where they AI generate like
Well, I know that was
over
a
a person.
thing for
Yeah.
like celebrities.
Yeah.
But
That
that's
is
just
disgusting.
so wrong to do it to
A
with
friend.
a friend you interact with.
I think it's the highest form of compliment. Thank you.
Imitation.
So-
Could you imagine?
AI
So not
generating.
only like
Yeah.
is this guy doing that in general with a
Yes.
friend, which is just
Disgusting.
yeah,
Just grossly inappropriate.
it's very inappropriate.
Huge violation of any like privacy of
Yeah, that's
friendship
really
of
weird.
anything.
But he's doing this while he's in a relationship and his partner
lie about
knows his friend that
Yeah.
he's doing. It's like such a lack of respect to all parties involved. So inappropriate.
Yeah. I wish you could like go to jail for that. Honestly, it's disgusting.
I mean, I know they're doing it with the voiceover things, like the AI voices. They're
Yeah.
making that illegal. So,
Oh really?
oh yeah.
No,
like,
I think there should be like I honestly think there should be, you know, restrictions
Some
on
regulations,
that.
for
Regulations on that
sure.
because that is like that's
It's dangerous.
but
dangerous.
That's
Yeah.
just what the internet's wild.
Yeah.
I love how I mean I don't love, but it's
Go on.
it's funny how he like deep faked. He was like, I want professional nudes.
Yeah, and
I also
amateur
want
ones.
amateur
Well,
nudes.
he's like, I want her
the
to
full
send me like
gambit.
a personal one, you
But
know?
yeah.
He's
What I
trying to
really
replicate
love
that.
is he lied. He like lied and then lied again.
Yeah.
And he's like, my girlfriend's never gonna go to the source.
yeah, she's not gonna check.
She's
No
too
way.
stupid to check.
Too freaking stupid,
But yeah, he made up a relationship
Yeah.
as a lie.
and
What a
didn't think she would
wild-
ask.
What a wild lie.
If you were OP, would you tell Ava?
For
Or,
sure.
Like, oh,
Absolutely.
like he's
Sure.
doing this.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
She
mean, she
already
deserves
did.
to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
But like, if you were OP, like, would you hide that like white lie? Like, oh, he just said you were in a relationship, not he has the deep.
No, I would
fakes.
tell her.
Yeah,
I would absolutely tell
for
her.
sure.
I think she
Okay.
deserves to know.
Yeah, I don't need to protect him.
Yeah. Avoiding his pathetic attempts to touch or comfort me, I left his place, took an Uber home, and spent the rest of the night crying. He's been blocked everywhere. He won't be reaching me again. After I informed Ava about the vile things he had done, she started tearing up.
Oh,
She cried. I
oh,
cried. It was a mess.
Such a violation.
Yeah. I kept apologizing to her. It felt like I had some part in this horrible situation. By the way, it's never horrible if you join us live every weekday at 3 p.m. PST on
once.
YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Just tap her profile. And there is a little bit left to the story, but I feel so bad for Ava. Like, I feel bad for OP, obviously, because
is
she's
just
been,
Gross.
but that is really, really awful for Ava, who's just this innocent bystander. Like, was
Yeah.
just his friend.
Yeah.
Disgusting. But there is a little bit left to the story.
Oh, this just feels so icky in my
So
body.
icky. So icky.
Yeah.
The rest will stay private, but I'll be supporting Ava with whatever she decides to do with this information. I'm just glad it's over. My friend will be staying over for a few days to help me get through it all. Thank you to everyone who shared kind words and cared. I'm still figuring things out, but I'll be okay. And that is the end of that story.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, just around the future where this stuff is just so accessible. It's so accessible. I mean, in the past, it was like, oh, yeah, you know, people make art or, you know, and could make things, but this is just indistinguishable.
Yes.
And that was something that was being done with celebrities. But now with, you know, AI advancement, doing it,
also just
being able
like
to do it with
how
friends,
accessible it is.
Exactly. It's one, it's just scary.
Mm-hmm.
And then two, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
If, you know, like relationships can be broken apart.
Mhm.
People could be accused of sending this or someone owning it, and there's no like indicator or
It's gonna
like,
it's becoming
if this is
yeah.
like real or not.
Exactly. It's becoming increasingly harder to distinguish what is real and fake online, which is scary.
Yeah. And then just poor OP.
Poor OP.
Again, like you said, to be this innocent bystander.
Yeah.
And then to like have trust in her relationships completely broken apart.
Yeah.
That's super wounding. And
incredibly. Incredibly.
A total like mess up of your
And
perception.
for him to also gaslight her in the beginning, make her feel bad.
With a wild gaslight.
Yeah.
Of like,
Crazy.
oh, we dated.
And she's like,
no.
I don't believe that. It doesn't sound right.
Yeah.